Hi, I'm Natalie White, the Vice President of Equal Means Equal.
And I'm Kamala Lopez, President of Equal Means Equal. And we're here in Boston for a hearing on our lawsuit, Equal Means Equal versus Donald J. Trump.
The hearing was originally scheduled for yesterday, but it has now been rescheduled to the 25th of this month.
We want to urge anybody that can come down to the federal court in Boston to show up on the 25th, which is next Thursday at 2 p.m. We urge you to come. If you can't be there in person, we urge you to call the court and demand that they allow people to listen in to the proceedings.
And here's our attorney, Wendy Murphy, to tell us why this case is so important to the Equal Rights Amendment.
And to equality for all people.
It's important in general, both for the ERA and for women's equality. And some people don't understand this, but there are really two ways for women to achieve equality. One is certainly to get the ERA into the Constitution, and we all know why that's important. But the separate way is to just get a judge to rule that women are now fully equal persons under the 14th Amendment. We don't need the ERA for that. So our case is asking the judge to do both things, or in some ways, either thing. If the judge, in fact, validates the ERA, which is our primary request, then we win. If the judge chooses not to do that because the judge thinks the ERA is not valid because of the deadline, then we have an alternative request, which is to then grant us full equality with strict scrutiny under the 14th Amendment. We'll take either one.
Tell us, Wendy, there are some other cases that are similar to our case, and they're all moving together towards the Supreme Court. Can you tell us about that?
That's right. We filed this case in part because there were other cases already filed, and none of them were arguing for the ERA or for strict scrutiny, which again is the reason we need the ERA. The only thing we get from the ERA is strict scrutiny, which is to say, when the courts enforce women's rights, they have to do it at the most rigorous, strict level. They cannot uphold any form of unequal treatment of women unless there's a compelling government reason. Under the current law, courts can allow discrimination against women even if there's no compelling reason, because the standard is intermediate scrutiny, which is much, much weaker. So why is our case important? Because the other two cases that have been filed already and are on their way to the United States Supreme Court, one in California federal court, one in New Jersey federal court, both of them talk about women's equality, but only ask for intermediate scrutiny. Our case is the only one that says we demand full equality, validate the Equal Rights Amendment, and give us strict scrutiny. Let me emphasize one other thing. Neither of the other two cases even mentions the Equal Rights Amendment. So for those who care about the ERA, our case is the only one asking the court to validate the ERA. And of course, who do we have on our side? The American Bar Association and President Biden recently announcing that they agree with us. The ERA is valid. We hope the judge agrees with us too.
And what can our viewers and our members do to get involved and support our case?
Virtually anything is helpful. And what I mean by that is, of course, there's always a donation to Equal Means Equal, because that can help elevate public awareness through PR. That's a really important piece of what we need to do. The public won't stand up for a case it doesn't know about. So we need to get the word out that these are really important cases, and the time is now to help us and get involved and talk about it. We need the public to understand the importance of these cases and talk about it. Literally do what you can to get the word out, elevate this, make it go viral, whatever you can do on social media or in any other way. Get involved yourself as a person. Protesting, the oldest form of being an American, trying to participate in democracy, is to protest in some fashion. Any way you can do that is great, but even donating money so that PR can help us do that, especially through technology, is also another way. Those are the most important things that we need at this point.
Thank you, Wendy, and thank you all for listening, and thank you for supporting us. I'm Kamala Lopez.
I'm Natalie White.
And we're Equal Means Equal.
Thank you.
Bye.